Sa kakatapos lang ng 33rd SEA Games, kung saan nakuha natin yung gold sa basketball, bumilib ang Indonesian legend at former national team player na si Wuysang. Well, sinabi niya na sobrang taas daw ng IQ ng mga players natin at ito yung nakakabilib mga tol. Sabi niya, parang nag-practice sa laro ang Gilas. Kasi nga, sobrang walang oras yung Gilas, di ba? So parang nag-practice sila sa laro at pagaling sila ng pagaling bawat laro. Ito yung mga sinabi niya.
Going on into the future. The Philippines, I think they have a shot to win gold for sure. I've said that before. You know, the reality is this team from the Philippines, they were put together, you know, in a short period of time. These guys are building chemistry by each game in the SEA Games. You know, this is kind of like their practice. Each game goes by, their chemistry is getting better and better. Their trust in each other is getting better and better. And the system is getting better and better. So, you know, it's a tough situation for them to be in. So a lot of these guys were called in last minute because they originally had a different roster. We know that, but they showed that why they're, you know, they showed why they're one of the best in basketball as far as execution, talent, understanding of the game. And you've seen the difference between the understanding of the game, decision making, simple IQ plays between versus them in Indonesia. You've seen the difference there. You know, guys executed well. They made the right pass. A lot of times, especially in the second half when they were building that lead, you know, guys could have executed themselves, but they made the extra play and the extra kick to get a better shot. And then the guy would do the same thing to create a better shot for another teammate. And sometimes that was at a fault. Sometimes that didn't, you know, they were doing it a little too much, but that just shows you the IQ, understanding pace of the Philippines. And I think that was missing in Indonesia. Going forward, Indonesia, I think, you know, they have shooters. Everyone knows them. Indonesia is like, okay, they got some shooters and, you know, they're going to play fast, but, you know, you have to have good guard play. You have to have understanding of how to control pace as a guard. So this is something Indonesia, I think, really needs to look at going forward. There's one thing about scoring, but sometimes when you're up and you have the momentum, you have to understand when to push it and when not to push it. And it's recognizing not just your opponent's energy, but your own teammates' energy as well. Sometimes if you can be up 10 but don't have the momentum, and you have to be able to read that as a guard. You have to be able to understand it as a guard. You know, sometimes it's we're pushing it and pulling it back to get an easier basket, if that makes sense. So it's understanding pace, timing, and rhythm as a guard. And if Indonesia can get a guard that can control that pace and tempo of the game, make those reads, it's going to be a game changer for them going forward. You know, you can't just be restricted to going one speed and catch, shoot, one dribble, shoot, and that's it. You need an actual point guard that can control the tempo, understand that, okay, maybe my guys, maybe not every one of my teammates understands the tempo of this, or maybe they're tired. You know, just because I understand it, I have to make them comfortable and understand this too. So if we're up, if we got an 8-point lead and I'm pushing it, I'm pushing it. I see a seam, I see an opening. But if we miss this shot, the other team definitely has this momentum, even though we're up 8. So if I miss this shot, they get the rebound. They score. It's going to kill the morale of my team. You can be up 8, 10, 12 points and still not have the momentum. One shot changes. You hit a shot here, 2, they come down and hit it 3. You miss the next one, they come down and hit it 2. I mean, it's game changer. So